Rapper gets exposed for fake flexing.
It's a real New York City, man.
Tell them what you
know
running.
what I'm saying?
Tell them what you running.
New York moms, right?
Tell them what you running.
New York is mom, man.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. When you hear the phrase fake flexing, you're no doubt thinking about how they fake to show off that they have money, but you'd be genuinely surprised as to what some people fake flex. So be sure to like the video and comment the keyword to win the giveaway. Number 6, Offset.
Because people thought that was kind of more you trying to get attention, but you really were just trying to ask her to come back.
Fake flexing at its core isn't just stating that you have money or valuable things when you don't, it's stating that you're something when clearly you're not. And for Offset, the thing he claims that he is, but he isn't, is loyal to those he loves. Yes, we're getting deep here in King Trending. You're welcome. And if you know the life story of Offset when it comes to the women he's been with, then you know that he's had multiple ex-wives, a series of children with those wives, which is why many were surprised when he and Cardi B suddenly and secretly got married in 2017. It truly was a secret marriage, and it made many wonder if this would be the marriage that would straighten him out for good.
But one that definitely needs to be added to the list from now on is loyal, because she has committed to stand by her man no matter what.
However, it wasn't, because about 6 months after they got out, a tape was then leaked that showed him with another woman. Believe it or not, this was not the first time this happened to Offset, which just goes to show how unloyal he is in terms of his wives. What's even worse than all of this was the latest indiscretion that actually led him and Cardi B doing a major fake flex con on everybody. They used the event and social media outcry for Cardi to leave him to create a story about them truly being separated, only for them to get caught not separated and then to have their reunion at the Grammys to show everything was fine. And you thought your relationships were complicated. Am I right? Number 5. Cardi B Part 1.
When people be commenting like, oh my gosh, Cardi, why do you fix your teeth?
You're going to be hearing the name Cardi B a lot on this list, which might be surprising because there's no doubt that Cardi B has a lot of money and a lot of money to spare. But when it comes right down to it, her fake flexing has to do something she did with her money that she swore at one time she wouldn't do. Mainly, she got plastic surgery. Let's rewind the clocks a bit, alright? Cardi B didn't just grow up in the rap world. Sure, she liked the music and gave herself the name Cardi B, but it wasn't until she got popular on Instagram that she really felt like diving into the realm of rap music with the show Love and Hip Hop New York. Through it all though, she mentioned that her body was real and that it was going to stay that way because she didn't need plastic surgery. This was slightly altered once she hit the big time because she decided to get her long-time issues of crooked teeth fixed at the dentist, which to be honest is fine. That's a big deal for her. And it's not like she altered her whole face to get new teeth. She just wanted to like her smile, and that's no big deal. So what is the big deal, you might be wondering? Well, that would be the fact that she has a mental breakdown of sorts when she found out that she was going to be pregnant with her husband's child. Why did that freak her out? Well, that would be because she felt she wouldn't be the same physically after giving birth, and that would lead to her music career being over. Now at first she was able to be calmed down by Offset's influence, and she got right back on stage after that and healed from her pregnancy. But it wasn't too long before those mental demons came back to her mind, and they overwhelmed her. She started getting all kinds of plastic surgery done in late of 2018 and early 2019. It didn't seem like it at first, but she was having work done on her chest, stomach, face, and much more. What's really bad about this though is that she was fake flexing in terms of her health condition. She continued to do concerts after her surgeries even when the doctors told her that she needed to be resting. This led to major issues for her, including having to cancel tours because her body was swelling massively from her routines. In short, because she broke mentally, she's now a bit broken physically, making you wonder what would have happened if she just went and did what her husband had suggested and just believed in her own beauty. Number 4. Lil Wayne.
People like Jay-Z, you know what I mean? He helped me when I was really down.
Lil Wayne is no doubt another rapper who you didn't expect to see on this list, mainly because he's also very rich, and even more so than Cardi B because he's been at this longer than her. However, this fake flexing is involving money, and it involves thinking that he has so much money that he can do very stupid things, you know, like screw the IRS? Because nothing bad ever happens with doing that, right? So what exactly did Lil Wayne do to screw with the IRS? Well, to put it simply, he decided not to pay his taxes. But not only did he fail to pay them, he also failed to pay them multiple times over the course of many years, which has cost them so much money that'll make your jaw drop. That's because he owed them millions of dollars over the years, which would be a life sentence for most people, but not for Lil Wayne because of his fame and fortune. Still, even with that fortune, this had to hurt him in a big way. How about a crime of past? Yes and no. While he did do things in the past, he's also had some of these tax issues recently, such as in early 2019 when Lil Wayne was forced to pay $14 million to the IRS that occurred in 2011 and 2012, where he failed to cite certain things on his taxes. Yep, $14 million. To be more specific about what happened, he forgot to cite about $7.5 million one year and about $6.5 million the next. How does one forget to cite millions of dollars on his taxes? It's truly beyond me. I mean, it seems obvious that the more you have, the more you need to be accountable for where it's all coming from, but you might make the case that $1 million could be lost. You can make the case for that with all the contract deals and other things he has to deal with, he just didn't make the right documentation or marks on the form, and you could also make the case that for this to happen in a single year is very plausible. But for this to happen with $14 million in total, and for back-to-back years, yeah, it's not so forgivable. Which begs the question of how the hell did this happen at all? Especially since this wasn't his first offense on this matter. What's more, Lil Wayne claims to surround himself with smart people. So how is one of those people not an accountant to handle such things? Like, seriously. Now, it's true that he's reached an arrangement with the IRS to pay it all back, so he's free and clear now, but like I said, this was the latest tax offense that he had to deal with. In 2014, Lil Wayne was hit with another tax bill that costed him $12 million. He was forced to pay it. Then in 2012, he had another bill from the IRS, this time for $7.7 million, and that's another set of millions that he lost thanks to the improper filing of taxes. Are you seeing a pattern of fake flexing here? Because I am. And just as importantly, when you put all these offenses next to each other and add them all up, it means that Lil Wayne paid $33 million plus to the IRS, all because of him thinking he could leave things out and not get caught. Well, it's just an attempt to prove that he was untouchable, that his money is his and his alone. So what was all this? Was it an attempt to prove that he was untouchable with all his money and that it's his and his alone? Was he trying to be greedy and not wanting to give the IRS a single dime more than he thought they deserved? It's not really clear, but it's something to think about, because we all know that Lil Wayne isn't all there thanks to certain activities that he does, but did that affect him here? Well, to be honest, that's not clear. Well, what might be the worst of all of this is that on social media, Lil Wayne said that he has Jay-Z to thank for getting out of his tax issues. He cited that the legendary rapper was a huge reason why he got through this whole mess in one piece. What he did exactly is unclear, but more than likely he either fronted him the money or helped him get the right people to help him through the ordeal. There's people like Jay-Z. He helped me when I was really down. Really down. Jay-Z don't want me to tell nobody. That man helped me with my taxes. He's a real friend, y'all.
You know what I mean? He helped me when I was really down. Really down.
If Jay-Z fronted him the money, then that's fake flexing in action, because that means he couldn't pay it off himself despite supposedly being worth $120 million. If it was just advice, you'd have to wonder why Jay-Z didn't give that to him before. Then again, Lil Wayne might have been too proud and dumb to ask for it. Lesson here, well, don't mess with the IRS. They'll definitely mess you back. Number 3, 6ix9ine.
Oh, okay. I'm getting on the stone, bro.
Another way of fake flexing is trying every chance you get to show the world how strong you are, how tough you are, or how hardcore you are. And then when you get some pressure put on you, you break, and break easily. And if you can't tell already, I'm talking about the one, the only 6ix9ine. Oh yeah, you know him so well. 6ix9ine rose through the ranks in recent years and proclaimed himself to be the king of New York, and had some harsh lyrics that would diss about just about anyone who came at him and doubted his title. But then again, outside of music, he lived the hood life as a member of the Trey Nines. Or so he claimed anyway. As anyone who had knowledge of these groups knows, if you go down by the police or feds, you don't snitch on your brothers. But when 6ix9ine got arrested in November of 2018, he did not follow that rule. Now sure, he did last a while, but that didn't last too long. In the beginning of February, 6ix9ine accepted a plea deal that would turn him against his own group in return for a lighter sentence, and even possible witness protection, which goes to show you just how much trouble 6ix9ine is technically in. And you know what? This was all his fault. He wasn't just arrested for being a part of the group. The FBI also had numerous amounts of evidence against him for crimes big and small in association with the group. So his version of fake flexing was stating that he was not just part of the life, but part of it for life. That he would obeyed by what they said and stick up for the crew. Instead, he focused on his own fame through the use of the group, but when he got caught and faced jail time, he bailed out at lightning speed. When the rap community heard about this, many were upset, very upset matter of fact, because it broke the fundamental rule of the culture, don't rat. But he did, and despite all that he sang and boasted and all the tough guy acts that he did during his career, when the time came, he folded. He flexed his cred everywhere he could, and yet it was all fake. And now the world at large knows it. Now, if we're gonna be honest here, he could still come back to the rap world, but if you really think about it, it won't be the same as before, because he held the title of Rat basically tattooed on his forehead. Number 2, Cardi B Part 2. Remember that story I told you about? Cardi B and Offset faking being apart when they really were still together? Well, here's another side to that story that involves something that got Cardi B in some serious trouble. Not long after the tape showing Offset having an affair got out, many of Cardi B's fans went and posted online that she needed to leave him. Yet Cardi B put a face of support support and love, and she said she was staying with him. So in the public, she was fake flexing that she was rational about the whole thing, that she didn't want to judge Offset, but as she showed, it didn't mean she had mercy for those who she thought slept with him. Because later in 2018, before the fake separation by the way, she went into a nightclub and confronted a bartender named Jade, who happens to be the girlfriend of 6ix9ine, believe it or not, and accused her of sleeping with Offset. Though she and her friend who were there denied it, Cardi B didn't believe her, so she went crazy and started a massive altercation that got a lot of people, including Jade, hurt. This led to Cardi B being arrested, and then when you fast forward to May of 2019, she got indicted by a grand jury for her actions. Now she's awaiting trial at this time. It just goes to show you that you can try and prove that you're good on the outside, but there are many ways to prove that you're not on the inside. Number 1. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Bagged, locked away, child taken away. Please don't reproduce. It would be considered child abuse. I have nothing good to say about you.
Oh yes, these two are the source of so much content out there in the world today. Yet, you have to wonder, how do these two fake flex? Well, it's simple. One of them does it through vanity, and the other isn't as smart as he thinks he is. If you somehow didn't know, Kim Kardashian is a big star on Instagram, and she posts all kinds of pictures there, which help her boost her career and following even more, which is one of the biggest reasons why she's so famous. One day, she actually posted a picture of herself with her daughter, North, whose father is Kanye West for the record. The problem though is that when she literally cropped out 95% of her daughter out of the shot, which is weird and slightly wrong depending on how you view things, so naturally the Instagram universe asked her what was up with that, and her response? Her eyes were closed, and I was feeling my look. Can I live? So she didn't leave her daughter or her flesh and blood in the shot because she was feeling her look. Heaven forbid you could just put North down and take another shot, because that would totally look fine, like 10 seconds later. I mean, we all knew she was vain, but still, that's the worst when you're a person who claims to try and be the best mother she can be, and she does do good parenting for the record, and yet her vanity gets in the way of her being with her daughter. It's sad. As for Kanye, he's proven over the years that he's not as smart or clever as he says he is. One of the biggest moments though was when one of his old-fashioned lines wasn't doing as prominently as he hoped, and he poured all his money into it. So literally that he wouldn't ask Mark Zuckerberg, the billionaire behind Facebook, for help, and asked him for a lot of money so he can do his own stuff. What does that say about his situation that he had to do that? And to do that during an interview of all things. Oh Kanye, when will it ever stop? Actually, please don't. We need more content. And so there you have it, a series of rappers who've been caught fake flexing and were seriously embarrassed because of it. So who do you think got hurt the worst because of fake flexing? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on King Trending. A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.